Assalamu alaikum. Save this video right now, especially if you're advocating for Palestinian resistance. The kafiyya, a symbol that many people now associate with Palestinian identity and violent resistance. Historically, this was known as a shmach, an item deeply connected to the land and the people of Mesopotamia. The net-like pattern, it represents fishing nets. These were not only essential near the rivers, but also in the marshes and swamps that indigenous people like the Mandeans called home, and still do till today. The smaller rippled lines mimic the flow of water and movement in the rivers and swamps. The two wide black stripes symbolize the Tigris and Euphrates rivers respectively, the lifeblood of Mesopotamian civilization and our people. The same rivers my grandfather swam in as a kid. With the violent and oppressive Arab conquest of the region in the 7th century, Arab forces invaded Mesopotamia, bringing with them not only military occupation, but also forced Islamization of the region. Under this wave of Arabization, ancient Mesopotamian culture and practices were erased or appropriated, and Arabic language, customs, and identity was enforced. Over time, the shemach was taken from our people as well. In 1936, when supremacist pan-Arabists initiated the Arab Revolt, to implement a fascist Arab ethno-state in the region, they simply grabbed this design, our design, and they made it the symbol of their racist, violent conquest. Yasser Arafat, an Egyptian terrorist, further appropriated the kafiyya and made it a symbol of Palestinian terrorism against Jews and other minorities in the region. During the First and Second Intifada, my Mesopotamian family were subjugated to living in fear of buses blowing up and random stabbings by people appropriating their culture here in Palestine. So tell me, how is this different from when a white person in the West wears African-American clothing, has braids or dreadlocks? That's cultural appropriation, no? Yet here, we have the Palestinian people and their supporters appropriating the culture of Mesopotamian people as a symbol of terrorism with no condemnation. Next time you see somebody proudly donning the kafiyya as a symbol of Palestinian resistance, remember, this is not a Palestinian creation. Its true history predates the idea of Palestine, Arab, or Islam by thousands of years. Now I'm gonna really f with your head. For all the discombobulated idiots in the West, surviving in their meth tents outside of Columbia University. I'm a Jew with family that came from Iraq, and for the last year, racist Arabs and Muslims have been telling me to go back to where I came from. Alright, motherfucker. If I'm going back to where I came from, I'm taking the kafiyya with me. My brown ass demands you stop appropriating my culture. You are no longer allowed to wear the shemach ever again. This video is for the Mandeans, the Iraqi Jews, the Iraqi Christians, and the people of Iraq that refuse the racist and violent Arab colonialism of our land and culture. Today we take back our history. Today we own our story.